Under this new bill, would you say that the federal government will be spending more in fiscal year 2012 than fiscal year 2011?
Well, I think that they're going to be spending less, $21 billion, and then in fiscal year 2013, it's $47 billion of cuts for that year. But the most important thing we have to understand is we need to win back the Senate. We got to get the House so that we can continue on with implementing the right type of fiscal measures, spending control measures, responsible measures to get this thing turned around as far as the economic state of our country.
Now, would you say these are future spending cuts or are they current spending cuts?
Well, the ones that I just talked to you about, the $21 billion, that is current in 2012, and the $47 billion, that's current as well. But you have to look at the fact that we're going to have the caps on federal government spending. And the most important thing is if we can get that balanced budget amendment down to the states, which it says we have to vote in the House and the Senate between 1 October to the end of the year on the balanced budget amendment, clean amendment, much the same as the one that was done 15 years ago.
Then how are you going to explain to your constituents why you voted for it?
Well, for this
For this new bill, yes, sir.
Well, it's very simple. First of all, I asked you if I was to vote no, what was I voting for? And just to come up here and say that you're going to vote against something does not mean that you are governing properly and you're not coming up with a policy to go forward. I think that when you look at the principles of cut, cap, and balance, they still are there. It's a 70-75% framework. You're not going to get 100% of everything that you want in Washington, D.C. But I think that we have to understand that a year ago, the conversation in Washington, D.C. was not about cutting spending. The conversation in Washington, D.C. was not about capping spending, and it definitely was not about a balanced budget amendment. So if we don't understand the incremental successes that we have, we can end up being our own worst enemy.